now, let's see whether or not Lutfi is able to control that lane, especially up against that Hilda. Selena from Team Falcons.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, that is very interesting because like previously they used the Selena up against Onic PH, and the way that they countered Onic PH countered the Selena was through Mathilda having more mobility, having more ways that just rotate and sustain from the pickoff potential of the Selena. Now for Onic Esports, it's the standard. We have way more mid pressure than you. Oh.
I think it's a gamble. It's a coin flip on the side lanes here. It's either the Moskov or whether or not they can get their Hilda to move out of that lane first, especially at level 1. So a lot of stakes on the line here for game number 1. Keep in mind, this is an elimination match between these two teams. I'm going to leave it to you boys. Mirko and Remmar, take us away.
All right, boys, ladies and gentlemen, it is the old guard matchup. We have the new guards, or the new contenders, up there in the upper brackets. It's upper bracket finals. That'll be a best of 5 after this one. Who will march on to the next phase to go up and match up against the loser of the upper bracket finals? It is the tale as old as time. Onic Esports versus Team Falcons. Let's dive into the Land of Dawn for game number 1 in this elimination match.
This rivalry between Onic and the members of Team Falcons when they were still part of AP Bren, or
that's what it's looking like. Kyrie on the Suyo, definitely more pressure early on.
Okay, that's going to be a toss by Keyboy. FlapTZ out of position. It looks like he's going to get countered, but the Abyssal Arrow lands from Few to help FlapTZ get away, and now Kyrie gets punished with the electrifying beats committed by Kyle TZ. Lutfi brought low, Keyboy as well. They're safely under tower. They back off unless Few want to toss an arrow. Oh, it just threaded between the two.
Great control from Team Falcons. The composure.
No surprises could be coming in, but Team Falcons are still respecting. Onic Esports can do in a team fight. Whistle Arrow will land on Lutfi, and they're just gonna dive immediately onto the CC, even though it has a vengeance. Real world manipulation by the E brought down Kaltis. He gets punished, and it was stolen actually by Kyrie. Can he get away from FlapTZ? Looks like he will. Keyboy already in the red, but San's able to help him out. What a win by Onic.
Good backup from the rest of Onic. SOD!
It's gonna land? No, way too risky at this point in the game.
Okay, on Kyle TZ that Suyo has, it will be even more mid-pressure trio that they have.
It's going to be a kick by Ogwin onto Keyboy, and is Ogwin getting punished? Keyboy with a flicker and the toss-up as well. Few gets taken down. Onic Esports are punishing a few of the mistimed engages by Team Falcons early on.
Yeah, again, we were just talking about the mid-trio pressure being just overwhelming for Onic Esports, especially...
That was close.
Very close from Super Marco.
It looks like it clipped the turtle in the tail, but it wasn't enough damage.
2,000 gold lead means that they'll be very, very comfortable at this time. And again, like we were waiting for, Melfic Gun is on the way. Mr. Super Marco has just picked up that Fury Hammer. Okay. Ogwin's has been playing a very annoying game at Cho, right? Like, he hasn't been looking for a lot of these picks. He hasn't been able to get a lot of these picks, but he's been quite annoying. Always just constantly lingering around and making Onic Esports think that it's a possible pick.
Yeah, he gets picked or
Keyboy?
tries to pick. Oh, Keyboy! Oh, fast! Super Marco able to avoid it. Keyboy no longer has conceal and the flicker as well. Are they just gonna decide to push this out? Looks like they will. TZ brought low! Severo with the pick onto the jungler! Another TZ falls. Could be Few up next, but Severo gets stunned. Ogwin with the kick, but will they be able to take down this Irithel? And they do! But the punish is real. 3 are down on the side of Falcons, and it looks like Ogwin will be the 4th, as Super Marco will be left in the map. And Ogwin finally falls with the Lord marching out of Onyx base.
Oh, it all started with what looked to be a small blunder. Has a bit of that gold lead on the Moskov, but it's, you know, again, due to him just split pushing and getting farm across the map. He'll have more gold to swap these items as we get into these fights. But they also
sudden aggression. SOD's gonna land, and Super Marco with the Wind of Nature. He pops it. Keyboy's gonna get kicked, zoned out, and now Keyboy will fall as well. A sudden decision by Onic, by Severo to be the explosive Severo, suddenly gets turned around in front of them.
That is the experience that we've kind of been foreshadowing all the way from the pre-show. Team Falcons, they will not make such a mistake going in greedily for a kill when they are still, you know, very much in the advantage. And for Onic Esports, Severo, that young blood, got him really, really baited by Team Falcons. Ogwen
finds the kick, but Sans able to survive. Ogwen gets punished, but Team Falcons want towers. It's only one base turret remaining for Onic Esports, but Flat TZ gets stunned by Kyrie. It gets damaged by Kyrie.
Oh.
Kyle TZ goes in, and he gets punished as well. As Kyrie, we thought he was down, but he was able to get away just in time from Kyle.
All right, never mind. Scratch what I said. Experience. What? Savero made a mistake. Falcons have just made a bigger one.
If you're a Team Falcons fan, because suddenly your advantage is gone. Flat TZ might be gone next up in the docket. They're chasing after the hill, but Savero again going in. Punish Kyle TZ with the electrifying beats. Keyboy could be up next. Team Falcons looks like they're gonna be able to get more. They get two, and suddenly this Lord is amounting to nothing as Ogun with a kick onto Ludwig right now onto the CC, but Super Marco goes into the mid. Vengeance by the Moskov. Ludwig still alive, but Marco, Ogun, and Flap too much for him to handle.
What is going on? We saw a masterclass MLBB match in our first match, game number 2, and in the next one, it is a slugfest, a battle of blunders, and so far, it's
big for him, but Onic Esports are spending a lot of time topside. They have to send bodies to the bottom lane because there's a wave pushing down there. Let's see how many Onic Esports will show on the map for Team Falcons to say it's time for us to Lord. Owen goes in with a flicker and the kick onto Ludwig. Ludwig will be able to get away. Abyssal Arrow toss up by Keyboy to save him. And real world manipulation was committed by Eve. So big ticket ultimate's gone for both. Now this time Onic has positional advantage in the Lord, but look at the minion waves in the side lanes.
Ludwig will be sent down below Keyboy!
Oh, with the toss-up onto Ogwin. Immortality pop. Here comes Flap TZ, the backline trying to go after Savero. SOD will let Super Marco is able to find Savero. When the Abyssal Arrow gets tossed, no one gets hit. Meanwhile, in the Lord pit, Sans is up next on the dock. That's 2 down for Onic, and Team Falcon smells a win on the way. The minion waves are crashing in, but Team Falcon slowing things down, waiting for the perfect opportunity. Ogwin again with a kick onto Keyboy. Keyboy trying to hold on. Ludwig gets blasted by Kyle. Kyrie trying to defend. The minions crashing in. And the Falcons will soar over Onic in game 1.
Team Falcons fly high in the sky. Too high for the Sky Kings to reach in game number 1. After a crazy battle in the field. That was them both going from the sky to the ground and saying, let's duke it out. Let's just go for the sluggy fest.
Because no record yet for Ludwig actually using this Gato at Kacha. It is a high chance that's going into the hands of... oh no, I just saw what it is.
Oh man.
It's a stinker!
Even though the other one's open!
And obviously, it's the Uranus, and it's... I wonder what Onic Esports gonna pick. CC was banned, right? No, it was not. Oh wow, what a surprise.
Huge surprises here.
Oh man. What's up with the Uranus, seriously?
Yeah, is there something we don't know?
It probably has been dominating in scrims. What other reason would it be so, like, prio over CC?
I think the only thing is if the lanes go even prior to level 4 and Uranus is able to get some steel leggings to kind of survive the early laning phase, then technically, as long as they scale at equal gold, they should. Eventually, Uranus will be like, I'm going to waste like 2 minutes worth of your life.
Yeah, it feels like I'm seeing what happened in MPL Philippines last season, where people were still picking Arlot into Phoveus, and then after the 6 straight wins by Phoveus against Arlot, no one still got that Arlot just pretty much empowers Phoveus a lot. So, I don't know what's going on.
Hey, we don't know what's going to go on. I'll leave it to you boys to catch the action here. Good luck to all of our viewers out there trying to make a prediction on this. Mirko, Rimar, take it away.
All right, folks, it's the battle again. Once and for all for Falcons to beat and eliminate Onic ID to march forward to lower bracket finals it is.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to take flight once again as we see the battle of the skies. Team Falcons versus Onic Esports. Better for Onic Esports in general, even without that lead, but now even more so. Ogren forced to recall, I believe.
Yep. Are they really going to try to get this, or does he just want to get a bit of the XP grab? Because that's 4 members of Onic Esports in the tournament. It looks like Team Falcons want to commit it. They want to try. Kyrie's still able to win the Retribution battle. Real world manipulation. Kyrie's still alive. Ogwin with a flicker. Jeet Kundo takes down Kyrie. Ogwin gets first blood against the jungler of Onic Esports. While it's only Flap TZ down for Team Falcons. It's a longer fight, and a longer fight that did not go well for either two teams. Keyboy brought low. That's a 2-for-2 trade. They're just scrapping again.
Oh man, you can never escape it when Onic and Team Falcons go at it. These are the two bitter rivals. A regen that you're already stacking up on me with your basic attacks, plus the revitalized, I ain't dying. Uranus will be free. And Onic still wants to contest for Turtle 3.
Okay, Abyssal Arrow lands at the Keyboy. That could be big, but Sands with the Starfield right away.
Whoa.
Punishing the Uranus that gets deleted. Advantage for Onic Esports, but they don't have a big ticket ultimate. AOG though, Keyboy not gonna land it. Ogwin getting zoned out. Kyle TZ still here. Few gets taken out by Severo in the mid lane. And that means Team Falcons needs to back off away from this as Kyle TZ already used the beats.
Another brawl, but this time it's Onic Esports who get the dub. It wasn't fully coordinated by Team Falcons. 4 times now it's been. Very close to Severo.
Way too close.
No follow-up ready though, so if that did connect, it would have been okay.
Yeah.
Onyx gotta be careful though, because if they do start playing with the Lord, they are getting chunked by a lot. The AoE damage of the Lord and the new Lord dance doesn't really work that well if you're squishy. Sans gets kicked.
Okay, no more ultimate for the choke. Committed. Heavy front was Severo. Sees Katizi yet again, but this time Keyboy with the taunt, saving his gold laner, punishing the aggression of Kyle TZ. What a save by Keyboy. Now on Esports, this Lord looks good for them. 5v4. Kyle TZ not here. Team Falcons are just softly contesting this, and they give it up.
And that's the difference maker for Onic Esports here. We were talking about the Gatot and the Jawhead. Moskov, Ranger, debatable.
Yeah, it's a little bit more honest this time around, the approach that Team Falcons needs to go on. But speaking of honesty, Kyle TZ showing himself up in a flank angle. Electrifying Beast already used. The Starfield perfect. AOG does not land, but they're zoning out. Keyboy already brought low. Flap TZ as well. A kick by Ogwin. He finds Sans. A little bit of a miracle for Team Falcons, but Onic Esports, yeah, they just back off.
Wow.
They don't want to contest it anymore. What a kick by the Master.
Ogwin, well played. Master Ogwin with a masterful kick that has just possibly saved the game for Team Falcons. Had Onic Esports still, had Sans in the skirmish, maybe he would be able to, poke him down a bit more. Marco now has the win of nature. Ogwin's looking for more. Harry stuns him up.
Oh, Shifu, just gets blasted by Severo. And Onic Esports look to capitalize on the poke. But Severo looks like he's going to get punished this time by Marco and Kyle. The members of Onic were zoned. Severo went in alone.
It was built down below. An Abyssal Arrow. Luckily, it didn't land on Sans. That could have been very deadly. Onic decided to go Lord.
Ogwin and Keyboy both handling the right shrub right now. Abyssal Arrow will land to get the damage from the Lord, and onto Lutfi means that's advantage for Team Falcons. And a kick by Ogwin onto Keyboy. Kyle TZ immediately finds Sans, has to cancel the Starfield. That's going to be a punish by Onic Esports onto Flap TZ, but Keyboy falls down as well.
Few has been dictating the fights with the Abyssal Arrows, constantly poking Lutfi down. He was a full HP CC, and all of a sudden you see him, and he was 1 HP. Flap TZ went in a bit too aggressive. Severo!
Oh, he finds Few! And Severo! Perfect timing, finally, with this aggression, finds the right mark. The man that we just mentioned has been messing up Onic.
I gotta give him props, man. This guy has so much bravery. The fact that it's ended up being a blunder 3 times, you would expect a lot of players to be like, all right, I'm never going to do that again. Severo says, no, I'll double down. I am the double-edged sword of Onic Esports, and I will try to win the team, win the game for the team.
Ogwin lands the kick. Kyle TZ there. Starfield brought down. Sans is the target. They want the Eve, but the Eve still stands. Ogwin alive. The Windtalker damage not going to be enough. The Immortality still unpopped. Lutfi Vengeance already utilized as well. 5v5 in this push with the Lord, with the minion waves. Onic Esports, Sans is still here thanks to the Revitalize, a stun onto Kyrie, and Team Falcons holding on, doing everything they can, while Onic Esports wants to end. Flap TZ brought low, and Onic Esports, let's see if they're just gonna throw bodies. They have it locked in the base, the minions too much, and 1-2, we are going to a game numero 3.
Did you really expect this old guard battle to end in a sweep? Onic Esports and Team Falcons this rematch will always be a full series, and we get to see it one more time.
What a work.
Fantastic last two picks rounds out Onyx draft.
Wow.
It counters a lot already what Team Falcons wants to do. This is already looking shaky for Team Falcons. Even if they end up with a Granger, this is just shaky already.
Okay, they do go for the Granger, but I am not a big fan. I am not a fan at all of the Uranus, you know? Like, Team Falcons, Marco, Owen, Few, Cal, TZ, Flap, TZ, I respect them, but the Uranus...
It's kind of a stanker. It's kind of
0% win rate, again, just to remind all of you viewers back at home, Uranus hasn't gotten a single win, and we are still kind of like confused as to why it's so popular now.
I don't know. I think people should stop it. I think we need to put a plug on this Uranus. It's terrible. It's terrible. I don't particularly like it, but it is quite the enabler, right? It's not a force multiplier. It's more of like a soft setup, and even then, not the greatest. But I'll let you boys handle it to watch and experience it for yourselves in this elimination match. Give it up for Mirko and as well as Remar. Bring us into the land of dawn.
Well, folks, it's Game 3, the final game of the series. I think it's time for us to see just exactly how much you support your teams. Type 1 if you think Team Falcons are going to win. Type 2 if you think Onic Esports will get the dub as we go and enter the land of dawn for the final time in match number 2, an elimination match. It is match point for both. One last chance.
How is this going to fare for the lineup that has a hero that is yet to win, that people have been thinking since yesterday, this is going to be the next hot pick. Uranus has yet to win, while Keyboy ends up with a Tigreal that Team Falcons are very familiar with. Test this first hurdle because based on everything that we can see right now, it looks good for Onic Esports, but Lutfi doing a bit of damage. Ogwin goes in, Abyssal Arrow gets tossed up, but Team Falcons being aggressive. This could be a bad start for the Falcons as Ogwin already forced to use the Revitalize and Flap TZ with the zone.
Actually ends up being okay. It's not the best for Team Falcons because, again, Ogwin is very low. Lutfi very low, too. Gets caught by the trap.
Kyle TZ. Oh, Keyboy. Oh, what a sidestep by Kyle. Not going to get controlled by the Tigreal. Keyboy already brought down really low. And Flap TZ plus Kyle will be able to take down Lutfi.
Oh, they bought so much time from Few with the Abyssal Arrows constantly. And now I think the orange buff might be taken as well.
Wow, pushed out of his own orange and Kyrie forced to just focus on his purple.
Traps. You try to conceal and you get spotted out.
Yeah.
Cancelled on the conceal, and then the whole flank, the whole initiation becomes very awkward.
It feels like that's the main effect of the Selena and White's gotten slower. Okay, Flap TZ, Purify already, real manipulation committed. Flap survives. Ogwin enters, but still too far. The members of Team Falcons to follow up. Here comes Kyle TZ. He's gonna get control. Keyboy misses the implosion. It's not gonna land, and it could get punished. But Team Falcons doesn't have it just quite yet. Few lands the Abyssal Arrow. Wow. The discipline and another arrow by Few. If he can land the third, then it's a big one. I'm going to lose my mind here as Onic Esports wants to... Oh, it lands on the Keyboy! Plus the damage from the Granger. The turnaround is underway. A double kill for Super Marco. Few still landing. This time on to Kyrie up top.
It's a big gamble when you play the Selena, but not if you're Few. Holy moly! 1 assist this game, but that does not reflect the impact that he has made on this game, single-handedly stopping Onic Esports from taking the lead.
That's where he's been.
He's been turned to a piece of paper.
For now, Abyssal Arrow gonna land with the Keyboy, but he used the dash just in time. Oh my, mid-animation. Falcons little by little pushing forward, but they're still handling minion waves. Top side, it's gonna be a big meetup. On the Onyx side of the river, Arrow will not land again. But that's the threat. One big arrow forces the dash out of Severo. Flap TZ goes forward. The ultimate and Kyrie just easily gets it. AOG entry. But the real world manipulation is perfect. Lutfi goes down. That's going to be one down. Kyle TZ going to the back line. Saz gets the flicker away. Supermarket going forward. He wants Keyboy. But Keyboy able to get away. Onic decisive to go for the Lord, but Falcons are still here to stop that push.
Clinical decision from Onic Esports. Now the poke back to Kyle TZ. Kyrie gets a stun.
He sees Few, and Team Falcons are still on this side of the river. They have a Lord to deal with. What a call by Onic to go for that Lord. It buys them time. It buys them space.
Gets them a whole lot more tempo on the map. Bottom lane, though, they've got to send someone there. That is a big wave. There's no wave in the mid lane. Oakwind!
It's Laro gonna land, and Oakwind gets taken out by Kyrie just in time. Just like that, it now looks bleak for Falcons as Onic is getting so much more space.
Stopped Keyboy's conceal. Now the poke coming through from Marco. Fully stacked up. Severo has dealt with the wave up top, but there's a slow push building down below.
Who gets this Lord could win the game and eliminate the other. In the story of Onic and Falcons, Kyrie already forced to dash out because Few threw out an Abyssal Arrow that he had to avoid. Flap TZ sees it, Few sees
Kyle.
it, Onic looks like they could get this Lord, but they're getting zoned out by the members of Team Falcons. Kyle TZ goes in for the implosion by Keyboy, but Keyboy gets taken out. Kyle TZ got the immortality, but Kyrie got down. Double kill for Super Marco, but Severo is on with a double kill onto Falcons. Marco brought low, the burn, Marco holding, he has the immortality, Few sent back, and Onic needs to go back because there's a minion wave at the bottom.
Yves gets sent to deal with the wave down below. Kyrie knows Falcons have very low HP bars, decides to shove it mid and go straight for the Lord. Here, who do they send to help Kyrie? It'll be the Yves, Kyrie, and Sans versus Few and Marco.
Few, Abyssal Arrow doesn't hit. This should be the Lord for Onic, but Marco and Few will try and disrupt. Arrow getting tossed. It's 3 versus 2. It's too risky for the Falcons, and they have to concede. The Lord goes to Onic 22 minutes in.
The battle of the skies. It's not a proper high ground hero. They have poke, they have range, but not in the sense where it can deal with the Evolved Lord. It is not a Sicilian, it's a Selena. You gotta stop some crucial flanks, some crucial engages from happening if you're Few here. You gotta find the arrow, the golden one!
Oh, and Sans with the Starfield. A little bit too early, but it provides a space. Keyboy already with the conceal. He's looking for the big implosion to finally end it. The last win of Onic was December 2023. Can they finally get the revenge? Severo with a free hit. Double kill for Severo. And Onic Esports finally get revenge.
The Sky Kings are rebuilding the kingdom from the ground up with new members, Severo and Lutpi. Finally, after years of losing to their kryptonite, Team Falcons have finally been taken down by Onic.